Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of my modded Let's Play series. I am back in paradise over here on our island. I did a little bit of work between episodes trying to make ourselves a nice little cozy hut. And let's take a look at it. This is what it looks like, our area. I'm happy how it turned out. I didn't want something, you know, too fancy and grand. Just literally a little, you know, palm tree hut. And I did a little bit of decorating around here with the... what's this called again? The garden containers for the windows and also the planters, and I just used all tropical. What was it? What's this mod here? Give me that. Rotarycraft. There we go. Rotarycraft flowers, and the only thing I planted here that is not from Rotarycraft is this tree right here. It's from Ancient Trees. I had one of those saplings, and it looked kind of like a palm tree. The sapling. It's not too pretty, but I'm gonna leave it there. And I also planted a bunch of these Biomes of Plenty palm trees, right there. Still think that these palm trees are the nicest, but I wanted a little variety. And then over here we got the lemon, and then these two I think are orange. Yes, trees, which are also. And then over here is two regular trees that we're gonna test something on in a minute. And I moved the Ars Magica altar over here. Same way we had it, I just added a little bit of nether brick back here to make it blend in instead of just having this sit in the grass. And inside we have our drink mixer just on top of one of those blocks that you get from here, from breaking down the big Easter Island heads and whatnot. We got the sifter over here, and then here I got two chests with all the different stuff that I needed for here, and that is all from Rotarycraft. All this water here is from... the aquarium that we had over here. I don't know if I want to put this somewhere or not. It wasn't really that pretty. It was cool, but it's definitely something I would have to make a bigger scale. Like if I have a big wall somewhere with really clear glass, I would like it better, because otherwise, you know, if you make a small fish tank here, you know, you need a huge, like 3x3 area just to have one source block. So that doesn't make much sense, but... And then I also just put over a regular furnace generator with a double furnace and a crusher, because sometimes I need to cook things over here for Ars Magica, right? So, I want to get, well, out here it's a little bit of DecoCraft decoration, you know, over here I can chill out. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love this place. And you guys see that all the fish is gone here. All the marlins, I think. There is one right there. I killed them all. And I also killed two groups of these stingrays, because I wanted to know if they get generated again, if they possibly, you know, are moving. But none of the marlins have generated at all. I don't know if they only spawn on the very first initial chunk generation. Let's see if there's any more on the other side. I didn't kill any on this side. No, there's none. I rather have it like this than having the fish above the water, right? That was kind of silly. But what I want to get started with here is two simple things. First, number one is, you guys see I'm number 11 on the bottom in the Ars Magica. And I had two of the blue points. And I put them into... I would like to have utility spells, right? With Ars Magica, kind of. It would be cool. So I put a point into Wizard's Autumn. It looks like it has something to do with leaves. Shearing leaves. That's a cool spell to have, I hope. And then I would like to come over here, grow, which I think is like a bone meal, right? That would be kind of cool. So that's why I took this one down here, binding. I'm really not that familiar with all these spells, what they do. So I'm going to have to read up on this or whatever. Or maybe it even shows us in here. I don't know what this binding spell is. That's my problem here. I'm gonna have to read through this here better. Binding. You can create solid objects out of nothing. The binding shape allows you to bind tools to yourself, which drain constant mana while bound and burst mana when used instead of durability. Dropping the item with the drop Q will instead unbind it. I'm not sure what that means. So it doesn't use any durability, it uses my mana? I'm guessing that's what that means, but let's not worry about it today. I made this one spell here. Like this, I used Projectile here, and I used the Wizard's Autumn here. That's the spell I made. or the book I made, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with making this spell. I bound the the obelisk here back to the crafting altar with this right here, the crystal wrench. Shift right click, and then I burned a bucket of this liquid Ethereum right there. So we should have something in here when we need it. So let's go ahead and get started. They should all be in order. So I think we start... Oh, I gotta take off the magnet. Let's put it away right there. Okay, does that not start? Do we need to start with a blank parchment, I think. Is that something? We need a spell parchment, a blank rune. This is the materials you need. Okay, I need to check real quick how you make spells. I forgot how to do that. I need to drop some item first. Your first spell. Place the book. There are 3 sections. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. Place your book containing the spell recipe on the lectern. Throw a blank rune in the middle of the crafting altar. Begin the process. Okay, so that's what I did. Why you no worky? Do you not like this book here? How do I take this back out? Shift right click? Hey, where are you going? Alright, let's place it again. Oh, I think, yes, I know what it is. I know what it is. I figured it out. Yay. This cannot be here. The tank right there. Because this is part of the... This is part of the structure. Whoops, that's one too many. I got it. Yes, I'm glad I figured it out. It was kind of frustrating because I'm like... I double-checked the book multiple times to make sure. Right, now it's raining. And the problem is and I want to show you guys this. It seems that in Rotarycraft, when it rains in this dimension, I can sleep, but when I wake up, it's still night. Let's see. Oh, it is. It doesn't stop the rain. That's what I meant to say. Yes. So it's get morning, but it keeps raining for some reason. Okay, so but let's check out if I fix this. Yes, finally. So that was it right there. This outer row right here, it's a 5x5 that counts as part of the structure. And next is an arrow. Snowball. I should have them all in order. I'm just double checking. And then a green rune, a stick, iron ingot, and now the spell parchment. There's our spell, yay! Alright, so the first time we needed leaf eater. That's what I called it because I hope that's what it does. And we're gonna... I don't want to use this. This is kind of like healing for me. Oh, let's use this right there. That's perfect. Next. Or I just close it, right? Okay, and then we can get our book. Shift right click. And we can put that in here. Now, I have not really used the diggy hole, so I'm taking that out. And I'm not really using the light the way, because this barely ever works. And you need to leave a chunk many times. And then come back before the lighting actually works. What? So... up on the left hand side. Okay, so I think I'm on the right one. So it does what I wanted it to. Perfect. Reason being, guys, is that a lot of times there's trees in modded Minecraft where the leaves do not despawn. Like on these guys right here. When I chop down the wood, a bunch of these trees, the leaves stay up there. The same like on great wood... what are they called? I think they're great woods. And the same on... the Thorgal, the silverwood trees, and so on. And that's why I thought it's pretty cool. Now, I do want to try out one thing, though, if it also works on grass. But I'm gonna doubt that it does. Let's just get this gobbledygook here real quick. And, is there even grass here? Oh, we can just make some grass real quick on the island. So I don't need to fly around. Let's just... Wrong chest. Let's get one piece of bone meal, and we can send this stuff home. We don't need that anymore. Oh, let's just see if this works on that as well. No, it doesn't. So it's purely only for leaves. So the rain annoyed me. So I went back to the overworld and waited it out until it went turned night over there, and then I slept. It was also raining in the overworld, by the way. But when I slept over there, it turned off the rain, and then the rain was also gone over here. So I'm guessing that day and night cycle are separate in these two dimensions, but the rain is synced. But you can only turn off the rain in the overworld. That's just something I'm gonna have to keep remembering. Now, before we go to the next little thing that I want to do today, I have a favor to ask of you guys. If you don't mind, in the comments, if you have any spells that you found very useful. I'm looking for utility spells, okay? I'm not looking for like 9x9 Super Excavator 9000 and stuff like that. But if you have some utility spells that you find really useful, that you have played around with, please let me know what to go for in here, right? On the utility. If you have any over here, you know, combinations, whatever you have done successfully in the past, let me know. And also if you have any tips and tricks on how to level faster. Because that's my biggest problem right now, is that I've been using the regen spell a lot and placing lights in the middle of nowhere over and over, but I feel like I'm not really leveling. And that's kind of holding me back in Ars Magica. But for now, we're going to leave this over here and call it good for today with the spell creation. And the other thing I want to do is, I had that idea today. I would like to get started with just some basic bees. Now, don't run away screaming. It's only gonna be a couple minutes setting it up, and we're gonna set it and forget it, just so it makes us honeycombs. And we have something if we ever want to make a certain bee, right? We have some combs and drones and whatnot ready to use. But in order to do that, I need to have this chunk loaded. And I figured we're gonna go with the, 3x3 with this in the middle. So the house is chunk loaded if I ever need to have something in here. And it's by coincidence, total coincidence, is that this chunk here ends right here at the wall. So the inside of the house will be loaded, which is really cool. And then, of course, this is gonna be the center right there in the altar area. So why don't we set up the chunk loader a little bit out of the way. Let's put it... I don't really want to see it, okay? So I'm probably gonna get some green glass and put it on top of this, just so it's out of the way. And yeah, let me do that. Maybe I have some glass. Right? Oh, look at that. I don't even remember where I used this. Why do I have so much green stained glass? I don't remember. Okay, so here's that. There's the chunk loader, the box, the pipe, and this. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this up real quick, just so it's done. Bada bing, bada bang. We've done this many times, but... And set this to always. And let me see the moving. Yo, there we go. And bam, it's chunk loaded. Done. Easy peasy and closed off. So it's there, we know where it is. And then over here in this chunk, we're gonna just set up some very basic bees. Like I said, something simple. And I made an integration table back in the base that is from Buildcraft. And that allowed me to make some autarkic, I think that's how you pronounce this, guys. Gates. And I'm only gonna set up 2. I was gonna set up 3, but I only had 4 propolis. And that's, I got those from village chests from the beekeepers there, right? And that makes these special apiarist pipes, and I hope that I can use them. I have not tested this, and we're just gonna set this up, one right there, and then we're gonna set up the other one right there, just like that. And now I want to check first, because I gotta make sure, come on, like that, okay, that we're gonna be able to pump in. So upwards is white, I'm guessing that is white here. Okay, so what do I need to... Let's get all this stuff out real quick. So white, I want to have... Forest meadows, no. Anything. Any bees, yes. White, any bees. So when it pumps them out, it should put them back into the apiary first. And then I'm hoping that it is smart enough that when it cannot put the bees into there, it will put them into the chest. Okay? So yellow would be items. Okay. And items. Okay. Yeah, that should work. And then in the back, I made 2 regular wooden transport pipes, and then we're gonna connect them with just some cobble here, just like that. And then we're gonna take the autarkic ones here, bada bing. Actually, I want to put them in the back. I don't want them on the side. Hey, give me that. Like this, and we're gonna set this to items in inventory. Yes. Probably be right click, redstone signal. So if there's anything in here, this will start pulsing. It's how it should work. We're gonna have to try that out. Items in inventory. Oh no, yes, I'm sorry. I need energy pulsar. That's what I need, not the redstone signal. There we go. So now it should not do anything, but when there's items in the inventory, and I think this counts as the inventory, then it should go. So we're gonna put a forestry bee here, and a common bee on this, not common, the meadows bee on this side. And it's probably gonna tell me that it needs a flower. So let's get a poppy. One of them. And I think this is a perfect area right here for bees, because I don't need to worry about there's nothing in the area, so I don't think that butterflies and the bees will go far and mess up the whole biome, right? Okay, so too hot, too humid, and no flowers. Too hot, too humid, and no flowers. So what that means to me is that we need to get a different bee, that meadows and forestry do not work here. So what should I get? Probably jungle. So I haven't found any yet, but I found this over here. Oh, I forgot I got the glider open. A jungle native archer. Jungle. Oh boy. Let's see if we can do any damage to these guys. And let's get out the big sword. How you fellas doing? Oh, one shot. What's up? Oh, baby. Wow, what does this bow have? Power 3. Punch 1. It's really not that special. I have never seen one of these, so I figured we're gonna check this out real quick. Oh my lord, are there many? There's a lot of dudes here. Oh my goodness. I wonder if they can get back on or up. So, oh, no. Don't be hitting me. I'm very squishy, guys. My armor's really bad because I got the Tinker's legs. I'm set up for building pretty much, right? Oh, will you hold still? I'm having quite a bit of, well, 37 FPS right now here. So these guys are really sucking up my FPS. Alright, let's man it up. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Already down to 4.5 hearts. How are we doing here? This is where they come up. Give me a block. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're not getting back up here. Alright, I think that was it. So let's take a look at this place here real quick. I think that is from Ancient Warfare. Or maybe it's from Chocolate Quest. It could be as well. Okay, I'll take some pork chops. That is a lot of potions. I might send all this back to the storage in just a second. A cool little tree house. Not shabby. Alright, nothing really of interest here. I'm so worried that there's maybe a boss or something. Man, sure there's a lot of... Ooh, look at that one. We got a Minecraft disc, an ender, some steel chest plate, huge trees. I'll send all this back to the storage in a second, but that's not something I need to do on camera. Ooh, damaged circuit from calculator. Okay. So this was... Oh yeah, this is in a new chunk. I haven't been in this area. That's why there's calculator stuff, because I added that mod just recently. Ooh, that is nice to have right there. And the lily seeds I don't care about, because we have tons of that stuff. Some Black Lotus. When we move to Botania area, we can get started. So there's lots of goodies. Let me just see if there's maybe something super special somewhere. But I don't think so. Let's get up here. Oh, we've already been here. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be a boss or something like that. No. And how far down? I'm just looking where these guys are. Hey there. Hunting me. Oh, shooting me. No. Leave me alone. Alright, guys. I keep looking. Ooh, there's something else over here. And we got fire. God, I love this pack. There's so many things. I don't even know that they're in here. Is this a trap? Trap chest. You guys ready? No. It locked me in. I tried to get out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. I'll just hang around here. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. I had no idea. Okay, but I do want to see what's in that chest, because if you trap it, there's got to be goodies in here. I'll see you. What? More than one hit. Oh! These guys found me. Yeah, come over here. Got ya. Alright, come on. I came here to get bees, and now I'm getting sidetracked with adventuring. Ooh, tough alloy bow. Alright, more stuff to send home, guys. And like I said, I'll meet you back on the tropical island when I have some jungle bees. And now I'm going to be busy sending all this stuff home real quick. But I do think I'm going to sleep out the night here real quick. I finally got 2 pristine princesses. It took quite some time. I got a bunch of ignobles. I think 4 or 5. I even got some marshy in the jungle. I'm not sure how that works. But we did, so let's put 1 pristine and 1 drone. And the other pristine and another drone right there. And let's see if they're happy with this biome. Oh, I gotta be careful, because they have, you guys see the effect around it? When I get close to them, they will poison me, I believe. Yes, I think the jungle ones are poisoning. But we can send all the rest of these back here. So that is really good that we got these going. And I'm going to wait this out now. That's probably gonna be 5-ish, 10-ish minutes. Let's see how close I can get. Oh, actually, it's already down quite a bit here. Once this is down, that means this cycle here is over. And I then want to see what happens with the bees down here. If they go back into the proper slot and if the items are going into the chest. So I already got poisoned like 19 times being over here in this area. So I decided I'm going to make a temporary fix for this. And factory, this is set to energy receive. Okay. We are going to set up, well, I am setting up a rancher right here. And I'm putting a fluid transposer right next to it. I had this one actually left over. We used it a while ago for our cryo seed, I believe. And we're gonna take the input from the back. Because I think that this rancher here auto pushes out. So I don't know if the fluid possibly will go straight into the fluid transposer. But we'll see in a second. And of course I need to give this some power right there. So it's powered. And then in here, we are going to have a bucket. So we can always, this is right, yeah, it's from the tank to the left. So I can always just drink milk. That's the whole idea behind it. So let's see real quick what this does. By the way, it's automatically a 5x5. So it's a little bit bigger than what I have here, but it doesn't really matter. I just want a little bit of milk. And cows just get milked by the rancher, while, wait. Yeah, okay, it is working. It's doing it. Check it out. It already put it in here. That is exactly what I wanted. Sheeps would get sheared automatically. I think that's it. And I think in front of the rancher you can also put squid to get ink sacs. So cool. So that looks like it works. Let me just get rid of this stuff here real quick. Put this away. And let's check this out here real quick. It is almost done. I just want to get poisoned here for a second. It doesn't happen instantly. It happens at the weirdest times. There we go. Now I'm poisoned. I'm like, oh man, it's annoying. I can just take a bucket. Ah, it's because we have Mind Factory reloaded. I forgot about that. Give me a second. We have to turn this around. Instead of that, we're gonna have to get bottles. Glass bottles. Alright, just give me 10. It don't matter. Oh, please. Okay, it stopped. I mean, you guys see, it's just an annoyance. You know, you can't die from that. There we go. Ooh, they stack. You guys can hear Rascal in the background, I think. He's complaining about something. Alright, let's try this one more time. And I can send this one back. I usually don't have this on me. And put you back in your spot. Come on, poison me. Really? Earlier, I had to, like... Can you guys hear him? He's not happy right now. He's probably saw something in the house, a ghost or something. Hello, poison me. I got poisoned so many times just walking over here checking on the progress of these. That it's not going to happen now. That's typical. Alright, there it is. Good. Finally. And I cannot put those back in there, which is a bummer, but I can drink milk and call it good, right? And now this should happen any second now. One more cycle and they're gonna come out now. I'm gonna stand back here. I don't want to get poisoned. And here they come. The other ones are already going. So they should both go up. And it looked like they did. Yes, there they are. And let's see, we have not gotten any honeycomb from this or from this. Neither one of them made a single honeycomb. So, like I said, I don't want to spend any time on this today. I just want to keep this, let this go. And we can take these right here and just place them right there if I need more. So, we got our setup here. If we ever need something, it is running. Alright guys, it is time for us to start a new big project that's gonna go across many episodes. And that is Rotarycraft. I want to get started with Rotarycraft and then we'll see whatever is next after that. You know, we still haven't done any nuclear stuff. But Rotarycraft is going to be the first thing. Now let me just show you real quick what I want Rotarycraft for the most. I really would like to play very deep with this mod, okay? See what is possible. A lot of times I just used like a certain part of Rotarycraft to get something done. Like, let me show you here. It is right there. Vintium dust, moonstone. Where is platinum? There we go. Platinum. Okay. That comes from shiny ore. And platinum is needed to make Indirium, which we're gonna need a lot later for like reactors and whatnot, right? But the recipe, or now the usage for this is here, check it out. There's an extractor, which is an endgame block from Rotarycraft, where you put in one shiny ore, and then they go through this process here. It makes all these different parts in the end to get platinum flakes, which you then, of course, can smelt down into platinum ingots. And then we can take those again and grind it down into pulverized shiny metal, right? And actually, let me check here. Can we possibly even use it directly to make... No, we cannot make Indirium directly with it, but, you know, just pulverize it again. And you have a chance to get 13, an average of 13.03 units per ore. So that means we can get up to 13 ingots of platinum out of one shiny ore, right? So that's a really cool process. And we even have a side chance of getting iridium. Excuse me, frog in my throat. I also wanted to mention is that I had to disable my texture pack now. I think I'm going to leave it off. I know a lot of you guys, including myself, really like faithful. But I've been running into problems with my client crashing, especially with Rotarycraft, when I open some of these GUIs here, right, in a single player. And so I decided to not turn it off because I just don't want to crash anymore, right? It takes a long time for the pack to start and whatnot. And in order to do a lot of things with Rotarycraft, we're gonna need to make a ton of this stuff here, the HSLA steel ingot. All the different parts for Rotarycraft. There's 41 pages of things that we need this HSLA steel for. All the different parts to make all the machines and tools and whatnot for this mod, right? There's two ways of making it. Number one, as you just see, is if I take 9 of these HLS steel scraps, which we get from dungeon loot, makes one of them. Or we can, oops, sorry, let's go back here in recipe. Or we can use the blast furnace with sand, coal, or coal coke, and gunpowder, and then it makes us HLS steel ingots. Well, my problem is that I only have 19 gunpowder. That's all the gunpowder I have. But there is a way that we can make gunpowder without making a mob farm. That's number one, with sulfur and saltpeter, which is not a renewable resource as far as I know. But the other one is here I found is a centrifuge. And that is a centrifuge from Rotarycraft, where we put blaze powder and then we get gunpowder and sulfur dust. Again, if you check the sulfur dust here, I think, let's see, we can just use with the other stuff. So what is the sulfur here? Oh, that is from the clouds, isn't it? The sulfur clouds, yes. 4 clouds make, so that's definitely not renewable. But anyway, so we can make it with Rotarycraft ourselves. But now I've been sitting here playing around with this blast furnace. That's the thing we need. And it doesn't get higher than 200 degrees. Okay? It says that, like you guys saw, when we put sand here, coke and gunpowder, and then put iron ingots in here. Like this, you can put one or 9, but nothing happens. Okay? When I click on recipes here, it shows me I need 600 degrees Celsius. The same for this stuff here. So I am not really sure how I get it up there. I went into the book. An external heat source is required. Maybe there's something from Rotarycraft that I don't know about. I did see this fire starter, but that just fires the. It just makes a flame, just like we have right now. Let's check here real quick. Heat. Is there something? A friction heater, but that requires power. 32 Newton meters, and it needs 8.1 kilowatts. A heat ray, a heater needs also this. So before we change this out, I wanted to put lava down here first and see if that heats it up any higher. Okay, it does go up. Here's my thing is that I find it hard to believe that I need to craft it, but there's no way for me to do that because I can't craft any of this without having the steel. Right, so I can't even make this. So I'm going to leave the lava down here. It seems to be going up, but I wonder if it's going to go up to 600 degrees. I am not sure. I'll just need to be patient and wait this out, and we'll see if this smelts in a second. So a little change in plans. I made 3 stacks of this, well, 3 times 63 of this HSLA, and it only used 1 gunpowder this whole time. And also very little coal. It doesn't seem to use any of the sand. And another thing I learned, by the way, when it's night, this one falls to 598 degrees Celsius, and it doesn't work anymore. So keep that in mind, that it apparently only works during the day. And I moved it over here because we're going to need a little bit of room over here. But the change in plans is that I'm not going to worry about the gunpowder yet, because I did a lot of testing in single player, trying to understand a lot of these parts of Rotarycraft, and I found out quite quickly that the most important thing we will need in this mod is lubricant, which you get by throwing canola seeds into a grinder, which, by the way, brings me to something. I don't even know if I have canola. I do have 127 of these canola seeds. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set up a little farm here anyway, but for today, let me just order a stack so we can get this going. We're gonna just worry about the 1 stack here for now, okay? So, what I made is a bunch of parts here. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest, because let me show you here. You cannot use a regular crafting table to finish the products. So, parts like this HSLA steel gear and so on, when you check, you do regular crafting, shape crafting, right? But then when you look at something like the shaft junction, it shows work table. So the assembly, the end product, we always need to do in this thing right here, in this work table, which is, you know, just a crafting table, but it's from Rotarycraft itself. So I did not set up any automation for these things. I might set up some automation for these subparts that you make a lot of the things out of, but I decided not to do it just yet because I'm not really sure how much of this stuff we will need. And you always, for example here, I didn't know that the steel shaft, you make 8 when you make this. Like, it's not too expensive, this mod so far, at all. You just need a little bit of iron. So, but anyway, I made 3 of these steam engines. Okay, there seems to be a lot of different ways, okay? What I am doing right here now, I could have accomplished with just making one of, where is it? That engine? Let me find it right here. One of these gasoline engines that would have the specifications that we need when it comes to power and torque, right? Now, these guys right here only make 32 Newton meters. And altogether, to operate the grinder here, we need 128 Newton meters. So we're going to have to upscale this via gearboxes. And I made stone gearboxes because until we have... Okay, these gearboxes, in order for them to work at full power, as well as not take any damage, they need to be lubricated. But I need them to make the first lubricant. So I decided I'm going to use up 3 of these stone gearboxes until we have a little bit of a cushion of lubricant, and then we can exchange those for the steel ones, and we can then keep those lubricated so we don't run out of durability on them, okay? So these are gonna be placed right here. Let's go ahead and start with the water first. And I'm setting everything up over here for right now until next episode because I need to figure out where in the world here. Or maybe I want to put it somewhere totally else. I don't know yet. I want to set this up, okay? So we're gonna have to figure out, or between episodes, I'll have to figure out where I want to put this. And like I said, I'm not really sure yet where I want to put it. And we're gonna set this up right there, and then we'll just need a servo on top of this. Now, another thing I learned when it comes to these things right here, these steam engines, is that they can explode. But they only explode if they're hot, and then you add water. So I want to add water to them first and then let them heat up slowly, okay? They don't start making anything right away. And let's go ahead here. Set this to ignored. What? Did I... What? Oh, okay. It just... Fuel. It does show water. So how come this is not getting rendered? Okay, so, well, it does fill with water. It just, the pipes don't show the water being rendered. For some reason. Okay, but it does work. Alright, so let me put this away. I'm very excited about this, guys, and I hope that over the course, I still have a lot to learn about this mod itself, but I hope that over the course of us setting this up, we can learn a lot of stuff together. This is regular dirt. Okay, let's just put this here so we don't have something fall into the fire accidentally. And you guys see this right here, it's heating up now. Temperature 30 degrees, 31, and so on. And I forgot now, I believe in my testing, it heated up to 159 degrees Celsius with fire, and that's where it just idled out. It didn't get any hotter than that. So, as long as they have enough water, I don't think anything can ever go wrong with these engines, okay? Alright, so, and I also made these dynamometers? Because I want to show you guys, I'm gonna put it right here. I want to show you guys always with these of how much power something makes, and then when we transform it or something via the gearboxes and so on, how much comes out. Okay. The other thing that's important, by the way, let's just put this away. You gotta make one of these screwdrivers, and with the screwdrivers, if you just right-click, you guys see we can change the direction. Green and Rotarycraft always means input, and red means output. Okay, that's very important. These things only pass things one way. And you guys see there's a shaft in here that spins. And this thing right here just shows us once it starts spinning here and how much this makes. Okay, and now all these three here, we have to bring together. We have to make one line out of them pretty much in order to get enough of these, of the torque. So when we scale it up via the gearbox, it works. Again, I'm pretty sure there's other ways that we could set this up, you know, with different engines or different configurations and whatnot. All right, it finally started. There we go. Just like it says on the tooltip, this makes 16 kilowatts, 32 newton meters, and it spins with 512 a second. Okay, so this thing here. Okay, I'm guessing that it actually spins at 512, but it's not displayed. This definitely does not spin at 512 times a second, right? To me, rads a second. Oh, I get it. It finally clicked. This is not RPM. This is actually, you know how you have 360 degrees in a circle, right? And this spins 512 radius a second. So it spins a little bit, what would that be? Let's say about 1.5 times a minute, a second. That's what that means. Okay, so this is not RPM. I guess it is RPM, it's just shown in radius a second instead of repetitions. I think that's what R from RPM stands. But anyway, let's get busy here. So we have to bring these together. Again, green is in and red is out. So we're gonna have 1, 2 here, 1 over there, and then we have to bring all this together now via the shaft junction and the shaft. Oh man, I made the wrong thing. I didn't want the cross. Right? What is this? Oh, I didn't want to. I made the wrong thing. So these are the ones that we needed. Let's get rid of them. Alright, and now these ones right here, they have multiple colors and stuff, right? And there's some of them that you can right-click, and then you get this, and some of them you can't. So let's see here. This is east, and this is south. So input needs to be east and output south. And you guys see now turned and facing this way. This one you cannot change with the screwdriver. It's just you need to do it via the interface. And now this one right here, we're gonna come together with the shaft junction. Perfect. In to the left, into the back, and out to the front. And then we'll just put this one together. Okay, we have to turn this one around like that. So the input is over here. And now these two come together already. And then I need another shaft junction right here. And this would be south. Oh, this is the one that, yeah, this is, it's kind of weird why. Now this one here, you guys see, I need to change with the screwdriver. That way. So in, and out. And then obviously we have a straight one here. And then another corner piece right there. Which I need the input the east. There we go. So now all three of these are coming together like that. And I'm gonna put another one here of these dynamometers. Because now you see the power only doubled. Oh! Wait a second. Why is it only... Why is it only doubling? That doesn't make any sense right now. Oh, because this one isn't spinning. There we go. I need to turn this one that way. There we go. Now it's tripled. Well, yeah, it's tripled. 96 torque in the middle. That's what I needed. Perfect. Okay, and then in the end, everything, we're gonna have another dynamometer here just so we can see what we actually do in the middle here. And then in the very end is this grinder right here. Like that. And you guys see here is, for example, something, by the way, that... Let me just show you. Let's put another shaft in the middle here. Because that is pretty cool about this. So you know, I'm just passing it through. There's no change, right? And this machine does not move. What? Because the torque here is not full. These indicators on the right hand side need to be all full in the green in order for the machine. So you can always tell, hey, ooh, I'm missing some torque, right? And this is where this comes into play now. Give me that. Alright, we're gonna put the... Oh, I have the seats in the back. The other thing I also want to do, let's just put the drum. I want to put over here. Let's put it right here, because I'm going to pump into the drum for now. From there, like that, and then when I'm ready to put the steel ones in, I'm actually gonna pump the lubricant back into this gearbox that we're gonna place here. So let's get the seats out, the canola, and put it in here. And now comes where, whoops, we're gonna use one of these stone gearboxes. Now by default, I believe they up the speed. So you're gonna see here, yeah, it's half the, no, it's automatically, it went to the torque right there, torque. And when you use a screwdriver and shift right click this, now you see it went up with the speed. It doubled the speed instead of the torque, but we want the torque right now. And you guys see it's already going down because it already got damage of 3. You guys can watch this here, the damage go up 6% on the bottom right, I'm looking. 7% and so on. These don't lose any durability if you give them lubricant, and this one, it just makes us, we only need 128 Newton meters, but the problem was I needed 3 of these, because if I only went with 2 of the steam engines, then I got to 128 torque, but my speed was too low, because we also need, if you check here, I'm sorry, I think it was the power. Yeah, the power was not enough. Or something like that. Anyways, I could only get it to run properly with 3 of the steam engines. What is this noise that we're hearing? Damage 21%. Do we already have some? There we go. We got some lubricant. 191. And like I said, I'm going to, until next episode, I'm gonna wait out 3 of these. I'm just gonna use them up because I have them now. It doesn't matter. And get as much lubricant that we can. And then I'm going to replace this with a steel gearbox 2-to-1. And pump the lubricant direct in here. So then we have a closed circuit. But now, of course, I'm going to have to set up a canola farm somewhere and farm a bunch of these. Oh, and it stopped. Because the torque is not high enough anymore. You guys see that? Because this thing is too damaged. And I'm just gonna... You can apparently repair them with some gear parts or whatever. But I'm just gonna use... They're just a little bit of smooth stone. I really don't care. But anyways, guys, so... I hope you're excited, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna learn a lot about... ooh, I just took some damage. Aha, don't stand on that. It makes sense, right? Just grinds your feet away. But yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as I can about Rotarycraft until next episode. Look for a location where we're gonna set up something permanent. And we're gonna do it the same way that we did with the factory. We're gonna set everything up first so we have enough room. Because we're gonna need a lot, obviously. I mean, look at this already. This is just to make a little bit of lubricant. And then afterwards we dress it up and tie it up with the railroad system. So the shiny ore and everything else that we want to process in there gets transported there automatically, right? That's still part of our factory setup. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode with a little bit of stuff out of order with the bees and so on. And a little bit of Ars Magica too. And now we got started with Rotarycraft, which I hope you guys are excited as I am. And that's it. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.